I'm Big Steve, and my brother has a big engine addiction.
Good morning, Windsor. How are you? Good to see you this morning. You're looking a lovely shade of brown.
Oh, I wanna be a machine. Yes, I wanna be a machine. It can't be so bad, 'cause no one built you to be sad. And in my cold, still heart, I know I was built to be alone.
So today we'll be removing that 850 Holly and we'll be jetting it down. We'll be then taking the 66 Chevelle out for a test drive, and then after we're done doing that, we're going to verify that the AFR, or excuse me, not AFR, but the air-fuel ratio is correct on the car. We're looking to be about 13.5 if possible, but there's a lot of there's a lot of fluctuation between all the different circuits as it shifts from one circuit to the next. So sometimes we just have to stay within a safe range. So as the carburetor transitions from circuit to circuit, that we don't hit a lane condition. So that's something we'll be looking for also. In addition, it's been brought to my attention that the air fuel ratio gauge or meter can be confusing to understand for those of you that aren't used to reading it. So with that being the case, we're going to cover that as well and see if we can't just bring more clarity to that, in case you're considering purchasing one and utilizing one in the future. So at any rate, that's the plan, and we'll get this car tuned today and we'll be on to the next thing. Awesome? Cool. Hey guys, how you doing? This is a 66 Chevelle, a 383 stroker in it, and it's got a 900 CFM Holly. Actually, it was an 850. We've made some modifications to it. It flows about 900 CFM now. This is a motor that we just built last winter. So I guess I'm telling you that because we just kind of got through the break-in period on this one. And it's ready to like get out there and rock and do its thing, but you know, you got all your little glitches, your little fine tuning and things that you have to work out first. So I got all that sorted out. I recently had the carburetor off, took it completely apart. The linkage was wrong, the secondaries were coming in wrong, the cams were wrong, it was jetted incorrectly, etc. So kind of went through this whole thing, got the carburetor working and functioning exactly the way that it should, until I took it out to really kind of show one of my buddies what this thing will do. And at 3/4 throttle, if you go from
a dead start to 3/4 throttle, it'll take all of it, right? But that last quarter, you go right to the floor and we get a lean stumble. So increase the squirter size on the accelerator pump on both of these. And I'm running close to 40, I think 39s in the back. So we're getting up at that point where I have to start considering, you know, am I gonna need a 50cc accelerator pump? And that's what we're determining right now. So what I did was I took a look at some of the cams that are available. And the cam will change the delivery of that fuel. Now it could take, right now, these accelerator pumps are 30 cc's. You could take that 30 cc's and you can dump it in the carburetor rapidly and quickly, or you can stretch it out over a longer period of time. But at the end of the day, it's still 30 cc's. I have a feeling that I'm running out right at the very top. So as I hit that accelerator pump, I'm getting all 30 cc's, and really what I need is about 40. Now, may not be the case. You know, there's a lever action arm that drives the cam that works the diaphragm on the bottom side of the accelerator pump. If that's adjusted incorrectly and the arm is putting too much premature pressure on the shaft, that will compress the diaphragm, well then now you've preloaded that pump, which means you've shortened the pump stroke. So you've already squirted some of the fuel out. So it was 30 cc's, but now you're sitting at about 26 cc's once it continues its stroke when you call on it. That could have been going on. So we readjusted that as well. Took a look at a couple of the cam profiles and said, you know what? This delivers the fuel over a little bit longer period of time. So I ended up going with the pink cam in position number 1. And now I just need to take it for a test drive and see if that corrected the problem, or am I going to be ordering up a 50cc accelerator pump. So how are we going to determine that? Seat of pants? Well, that's one way to do it, and that's definitely one of the things we're going to consider. But I actually have I welded an O2 bung. You guys got to forgive me. My voice has just been horrible for 2 weeks. Our ragweed count is like through the roof around here, and apparently my allergies don't like it. So I feel much better than I sound, I promise you. I don't mean to get sidetracked, but this is an air-fuel ratio meter or gauge. And I've set this up and rigged it so that it's temporary with little alligator clips. And I've welded a O2 sensor bung into the header, and I've got a wideband O2 sensor in there. So all I need to do is take this, feed it down to where the connection is on that O2 sensor, and connect to my temporary power source. And then what I do is I take a couple of zip ties and made this shield, because I realized that when I was out in driving conditions testing this, if it was a sunny day, I really couldn't see the bulbs real well. So I created this housing that kind of shields it from the sun. So as I'm driving, I can kind of see what my air fuel readings are. So that's another way we're going to find out. You know, you want to be between that 13 to 14. You're looking for that stoichiometric, you know, perfect burn, but that's not going to be perfection. We'd rather be a little bit on the rich side than lean, right? Lean is mean, but lean can be dangerous with a brand new motor. And let's just say that we were walking the fine line. This is a pump gas motor, but it's barely a pump gas motor. I mean, we walked the fine line on being able to run 93 octane in this particular motor, and it's fully capable of doing so. We've curved the distributor and got everything working exactly the way that it needs to, so we're good there. But we'd rather be on the rich side while testing and then tune into that 13 and a half, 14 range. So this will help us determine whether or not there's any emergencies that, we got to stop, we got a problem, we're going way lean. So if there's anything alarming like that happens, this is going to let us know. And I think that's very important. Otherwise, you're just kind of guessing. And I've done the whole, change the jets, go down the track, check the plugs, my whole life. And there's no question, this little tool is invaluable. I like to keep good records of the tune, and today we're going to be jetting this down to 66s on the primary and 72s on the secondary. And there's the rest of the information of the tune on this car currently.
Someone built you to be sad, and in my cold, still heart I know I was built to be alone. A steel body can't go to hell when you got no soul left to sell. I feel broken and beaten down, like I'm chased by the devil's hound. And in my cold, still heart I know I was built to be alone.
Hey guys, it's Dave again, and it's time to wrap this one up. You know, working on Wall Street's been a pleasure. It's a beautiful car. We're thankful to have it. And hopefully there was a few things that you could take away that you enjoyed and learned. And, you know, hopefully these videos are structured in a way that they're likable enough to maybe like and subscribe and share and forward and ring the notification bell and comment on and all the above, because we are trying to grow the channel, and we're just getting started, and we would greatly appreciate any help that you can give us. Very much so. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. It's Friday, and I'm looking forward to going home. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and thank you for spending some time with us. You're welcome here anytime, and the beer's in the fridge. Thank you for watching Blue Collar Builds. Stay as long as you like, and don't forget, beer's in the fridge.